and turned white as we are high above snowy GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in KC. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. Whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. Takes it at the 7. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Right to the air is Mahomes. And this one is incomplete. Well, kind of a quirk in the schedule. These two division rivals didn't see each other much of the year. Their first meeting was just a few weeks ago, back in Week 14. And it was the Chiefs who got the road victory there, so now looking to claim the season series at home in KC. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and the Chiefs' first down. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there to pick up the first, Charles.
And he used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But
oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try to keep your quarterback upright.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
On first down, Wilson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drive routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mahomes. He's got his man, that's Josh Gordon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you throw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back. That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And a short gain here down to the 22. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 15-yard line. He's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a run down because sometimes you get out of your gaps, you don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Out to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The Chiefs at 13-2 on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster, and that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they make the tackle at the Broncos' 29-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Pat Surtain up to make the play.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Jody Fortson,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Chiefs post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
From the 6.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They give it to Williams, running right. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo.
64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
But you got to know he feels like he's right on the verge. That's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
Play action. It's Wilson on the move to his left.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. is not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Mahomes.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Down at the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Josh Gordon, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's got his 6'5" receiver, that's Tim Patrick. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden getting set for quarter number 3 here. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Now they're down on the scoreboard, sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half. Too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit. Get in their grill. And then send them back out.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
And some space here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
103 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now Wilson on first down. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carlos Dunlap in there again, and on the season, that is 9 sacks for him.
It's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at the 15. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Well, here in this 3rd quarter, the whole complexion of the ball game flips on a dime there, CD. This is back to a 1-score game.
And sometimes when your offense is sputtering, you as a defensive unit have to take it upon yourself to say, we've got to go out there, maybe take a few chances along the way, and see if we can generate some points ourselves. And lo and behold, they were able to deliver.
This one fielded at the 5. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quan Williams.
And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now...
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 9 overall. And the Broncos take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
A little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
They'll roll him out right. And Gordon's got it. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 30. A gain there of 21 yards. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult.
Touchdown! Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 30 yards.
And the Chiefs have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
All right, help me out a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Wilson.
Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Three quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it with 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Nice offense on 3rd down today. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now it's Wilson. And smartly going into the slide there. Wilson has enough for the first. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes.
And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Jerry Jeudy,
50 yards.
And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Josie Jewell. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They run it again with Williams. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important third down. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. And McManus missed it. How about that? No good. Wide to the left. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game. Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
30 yards.
And the Chiefs have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Here's Wilson. His throw incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there. Just the game that you would expect from him. He's been out from that from start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Throwing now is Wilson. He's going to let it fly.
And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going. And I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
To the 36-yard line, stop there.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Now Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's a give up the middle. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
85 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. But there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one in the
Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the